So guys, that was an absolutely fantastic sea lion show, and we are now about to go and meet the sea lions. How exciting is this? Let's go. Right guys, we're here with Khalid and Rebecca. I'm so excited. We're coming in to meet the sea lions. Hello Khalid.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, isn't this just lovely? Massive thank you to the zoo for inviting us to do this. This is great. Hello. Oh, I thought you were giving that to me. I'll have the job. Hello. Can't believe I just went to take the whistle then. Like I know what to do with it.
It's a whistle, man. What do you think you're going to do?
Yeah, this is a whistle. So the whistle is basically a bridge. So it's a bit like a clicker for a dog.
Right.
So the reason why it's a whistle is because when you're working with marine mammals, so sea lions or dolphins in particular, you tend to use your hands a lot for cues. So the sea lions learn a sequence of hand commands and hand signals, which then, of course, will mean a different behaviour. When they do a behaviour correctly, especially at the beginning stages of the training, and when they're still learning or learning a new behaviour, we blow the whistle, which means correct, but it also then means reward. So the food, with sea lions being fish, is what we call a primary reinforcer. So it's the main form of reinforcement is food.
Yeah.
And then we have secondary reinforcement is them actually enjoying the behaviours, what they do, the relationship that they have with a member of staff, and of course understanding the routines and everything.
Yeah.
So this is Ruby. Ruby was born here at the zoo. She's one of probably close to 70 sea lions that we've had born here at Blackpool Zoo in the history of the zoo. Since the early 70s, Blackpool Zoo's always kept sea lions, and up until just before COVID, we've always had at least 2, sometimes 3 pups born every year to obviously different lineages, different individuals. Ruby here is just turned 11 years old, and she's just started doing the meet and greets with the public just before COVID.
Right.
And of course that all stopped when COVID came, and then last year we started getting her back into the rhythm of course getting used to being around people again. So as you can see with Rebecca, she's very good. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over one at a time. I'll ask you to come over one at a time.
Yeah.
And you're going to stand just this side of it here like this. You're going to stroke her just the side here like that.
Oh wow.
Just the side of the body, not a back, not a head, not a face, just the side of the body, just nice and gentle like that. And just give her a little scroll. Her job is to sit nice and patiently, ignore you really to some degree.
Yeah.
And just focus her attention on myself or Rebecca. Obviously take a photograph. When you stroke her, you will feel it's actually wet hair.
Yeah.
It's not skin, it's actually wet hair. And then I'll ask you to swap so the next person can do it.
Okay.
And then once she's done that, I'll do a couple of little behaviours so you can see what she can do. And then that's her job done. Yeah.
That's great stuff.
Hopefully you'll enjoy it.
There you go. You ready, Kay? Yeah. So just the side only to stroke.
Just there, next to her, nice and calm. That's it. I'm going to stand here like that. So that's it. Go in close to her. That's it.
Oh.
And her job, get a bit closer, a bit more forward. That's it. Nice and relaxed. That's it. Perfect. And her job is just to sit nice and patiently, nice and comfortably, and I'll let you stroke her.
Oh, she is adorable.
Looks like rubber.
Right, Mama's going next.
What do you want for you to be?
That's it.
Hello.
You can tell it's hair. When they're dry, especially in the warmer months of the year, they do dry out very quickly, so their fur goes a bit lighter and a lot sort of drier to obviously feel. When they're wet, that fur gets fully absorbed by the water, therefore they go darker in colour, and that allows them to swim through the water with minimal drag resistance.
She's not going to hurt you, darling. You can go a bit nearer. It's fine. There you go.
Different to what I was going to expect.
Yeah.
I like rubber.
They really are beautiful. I think it's great everything the zoo does here, like with the part about the rubbish. I was really shocked when they said then that there's 1 every second that dies from rubbish.
Yeah, I mean, these are Californian sea lions, so if you go to California, but they can be found as far north as Canada, as far down south as Mexico. Now this particular species of sea lion are actually thriving, you know, they're not threatened or endangered species. You'll find them in zoos and marine parks internationally.
Yeah.
But what they are in a zoo are, even though they're not for conservation based or their breeding program in terms of breeding them for conservation purpose isn't as critical as endangered species, and a lot of people say, why'd you keep them in a zoo if they're not an endangered species? These guys are ambassadors to teach and educate people about the importance of the ecology of the planet, about the impact that we, of course, have an effect on the planet, about pollution, you know, plastic, and for an animal that isn't a threatened or endangered species, but also is very charismatic, like a Californian Sealion, they kind of lend themselves very well to doing demonstrations and training. They're a tool within the zoo world to educate and teach people really about the importance of the natural world. And if people can do an experience like this, whether it be a sea lion, whether it be a dolphin, whether it be another species of animal, it's really important, because when you get up and close to an animal like this, you get to feel them, their energy, you get to smell them, you get to hear them, you get to touch them. Hopefully people will go away with a greater appreciation and understanding for the natural world. And if people watch a demonstration and enjoy themselves and have fun because of the comical aspects of the demonstration, and even though we do put some anthropomorphic behaviours like asking to wave or clap, you know, we can indirectly teach people about their natural abilities. But if we add some fun elements in there, like waving or clapping, which people can relate to, people will learn. And if people enjoy themselves, they're more willing to listen and learn, rather than being lectured and dictated to.
Yeah, if it was just a person just stood there with a microphone and nothing else,
that's right.
It's not likely to sink in, but them telling you.
Exactly. Especially children.
Oh, you know? What was that noise about?
Yeah, so it's really really important that we try to maintain this every day, really, and we work with them on an individual basis, have a good relationship with them as best we can. We have to know our limitations with them. So if they're not in the mood, it's fine, you know. We've got 7 sea lions that we can pick and choose from and swap and change throughout the day.
So how much does it cost to feed a sea lion a week or a month, or what's the cost of looking after them?
Fish is quite expensive, as you can imagine. So for a 20-kilo block of fish, you're looking at around, 15 to 20 pounds of herring or mackerel, and we're using at least 2 boxes a day. And
that's the one.
Wow. So on average, if I just round it up, for example, if you call it, I don't know, £35 a day to feed them on fish, just the sea lions, a little bit more in the winter when they eat more fish, then it's the cost of the salt for the pool, our water bill, we have chemicals, obviously, chlorine and other things to help sanitize the pool, which we heavily regulate. Because the animals are in there 24/7, so it's heavily regulated. We've got a computer that monitors that, and we test it at least twice, if not 3 times a day.
Oh wow!
Because we can't have it as high as a public swimming pool, so we have to spend a lot more time cleaning the pool, scrubbing it, especially in this time of year when it's warm and sunny. You get a bit more algae, so it requires a little bit more work, really.
Never would have thought of that. I literally just would have thought the water was dumped in and there you go. So it's good for doing videos like this for people to see the work that it takes for you guys.
We have to clean the windows. Obviously they do poo around the pool, so that has to be cleaned. So there's a lot to do throughout the day. Their fish prep, they get vitamins as well in their fish. Their daily notes, training records and training notes are done every day. And as I say, we do 4 demonstrations a day as well. So.
Wow, so it's a full-time job to look after them then?
Yeah, we start work at 8 o'clock and finish at 6 in summer. And in the summer, we have the same amount of work to do, but we finish at 4. So you're 2 hours less to do the same amount of work. And the bad weather to contend with as well. The cold or the ice or the wind and the rain, especially being in Blackpool.
Wow. It's wonderful, isn't it, the way that they're trained? And it was great what Khalid was saying, how, by training them, they're not using nets, they're not restraining, they're not, doing things like that. So we're just going to take a walk round the outside of the pool area. It really is a fantastic space, isn't it? And this is great up here, look. Don't fall in, Mark, please. Impressive. What do you mean, would have fallen in then? Sorry, I thought you meant right round.
Yeah, you won't be able to get that.
I was like that on one foot.
You meant just this round. Yeah, you won't be able to get all the way around.
No, it wouldn't. This one here wants me to fall in.
If you fell in, it'd be really good contact.
So, this really is amazing though, isn't it? Look at the size of it. It's fantastic, and it's, a crazy amount of work that goes into taking care of these. So guys, is there anything else that you think that the public need to be aware of regarding the sea lions? I put you on the spot there, haven't I?
No, to me, enjoy. You know, each display can be different. We have a format that we follow, obviously, and a routine, which obviously the staff have to stick to, and the animals obviously need to stick to. So some people say, oh, it's the same display, but I mean that's really important that we deliver on certain objectives within the display. It has to be educational. We have to explain certain criteria. But the animals that we use in the display will vary. Some of them are more experienced than others. So you know, the sea lions aren't perfect. They're not machines. They're not robots. You know, they are living, breathing creatures, and they have personalities and they have feelings. And you know, if they come out here and they misbehave or they don't do something that we ask them to do, or the member of staff's working with them is, you know, maybe not the regular member of staff working with them, you know, please bear with us, you know, but please still enjoy it, because you know that's part of it. It's the name of the game, and we continually want to improve and evolve and develop, and you know, we've got lots of ideas that we'd like to execute, but you know, COVID obviously set us back a little bit, and we've got some young animals here that, you know, we need to invest in, and they can live to be 25, 30 years old. So you know, some of them are 4 years old, 5 years old, still in the infancy of their training, and the older ones now need to have a bit of an easier time as well. So please enjoy, you know, and if there's any questions, if there's anything that anyone wants to ask regarding the training or the animals themselves, then remember the staff on the day when you come to visit, ask any question and we'll do our very best to answer it as best we can. And we just want people to enjoy themselves.
Well, I think one thing, and the kids will agree here, one thing that's very, very clear from both of you today is the passion you have for the sea lions. You can see that in the way you speak about them, and I think that's lovely. You clearly do love them.
Yeah, I agree, and I think working in education, this is the best way to learn. It's fun, it's engaging, and it's learning from experience, and the demonstrations bring sea lions' characteristics and in fact ocean marine mammals to life. And we aim for our visitors to remember 3 facts and have 1 behaviour change, and the majority of those will come from a sea lion demonstration. So, job done.
And an important message today, guys, don't put your rubbish in the water, don't leave your rubbish on the beach, because it costs lives.
Yes.
Thank you so much for meeting us today. I've enjoyed it with you. It's been fantastic. I will shake your hands. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.